CaribJet, the most experienced travel agency company in Grenada, serving our clients and businesses for over 40 years. IATA accredited, we issue tickets on 280 airlines, representatives for Condor, the German airlines, and main agents for Virgin, KLM and Air France. We're specialists to the Middle East. Walk in to our ticket office at Maurice Bishop Highway, call 439-4444, WhatsApp 534-7755 or visit caribjet.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you for playing Megaforce Promotions Bingo. So, on Sunday, January 29th, 2023, from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium, we say it's appreciation time. Get ready to win $50,000 in cash. Yes, $50,000 in cash to be won. And hear this, tickets are only $20. Plus, the first 1,000 persons get a complimentary drink. Whoa! Now that's how we say thank you. Bingo fans, see you on January 29th at the National Stadium. As we say, it's appreciation time.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
Hello and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Friday the 27th of January. Coming up this evening, former Legal Affairs Minister tenders her resignation from the NNP. Government to issue Treasury bonds of over 100 million EC dollars for 2023. Men and women in uniform recognized for their outstanding contribution to the state. And vendors in Grenville issued notice to vacate the Vendors Mall in preparation for the start of the construction of a multi-million-dollar project. In sport, Sports Minister attends Regional Anti-Doping Forum in Jamaica. Nav details to those and other stories a look to at the public forecast information right after the break. Stay with us.
Paging all Grenadians at home and in the diaspora to be part of the journey to 50. Reflecting on the past, planning for the future as we get ready to celebrate our 49th anniversary of independence. Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Events to be observed for our 49th anniversary of independence include table tennis tournament at the CSA building, February 3rd and February 4th. Independence Calypso Finals, Sutter's Bus Terminal, 8 p.m. February 3rd, February 4th. Open water swimming competition, Grand Mall Beach at 9 a.m. and beach tennis at Grandans Beach from 11 a.m. Also the Independence Boxing Tournament, February 4th, 8 p.m. at the Youth Center. National Independence Church Service, Grenada Trade Center, Sunday, February 5th, 3 p.m. National Colors Day, the Inter-Ministerial Display, and the 49th Cultural Extravaganza, 7 p.m. at the Granville Bus Terminal, February 6th. Then the Made in Grenada Expo, Military Parade and Rally, 10 a.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, Tuesday, February 7th. Happy 49th, Grenada.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News comes to you compliment Nexa Credit Union. With you wherever your road leads.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. To life that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. With the details, I'm Tony Julian. Former MP for the Ward Islands of Carriacou and Petite Martinique and Minister of Legal Affairs under the Keith Mitchell-led New National Party NNP government, Kindra Mathurin Stewart, has tendered her resignation from the party effective Friday, the 27th of January 2023. Confirming the resignation was General Secretary of the party, Roland Bowler. In an interview with MTV News on Friday, Bowler gave the reason for the resignation.
Ms. Mathurin Stewart has applied to, I think, the legal services or whatever the name of that committee is, for a new job as a magistrate. And part of the requirement is that she should not be a member of any political organization. So as such, hoping that she can find that new job, because she had indicated to us since after the last election that her interest is no longer there in participating in the political arena. So having applied for the position, she had to resign as a member of the party.
The General Secretary also confirmed that the party has accepted the resignation and is wishing the former MP the very best.
Our party operates as a pretty democratic, with a pretty democratic system. If an individual decides for whatever reason, in her case it is because she is seeking to settle herself into a future job, and we have to accept. So we have no qualms about it. There is no fallout. There is no issue with Sister Mathurin Stewart. She doesn't have an issue with us. As I've said, it is simply because it is a requirement.
The Deacon Mitchell administration will issue a total of 105 million EC dollars on the regional government securities market from January to December 2023 to refinance its current treasury bills and treasury notes. Tonya St. Louis Lawrence has more.
The funds will be raised through the issuance of 91-day Treasury bills 4 times each year and 365-day Treasury bills 3 times per year. On January 25th, the first EC 15 million 91-day Treasury bill was released. Government's 91-day Treasury bill auctioned on the ECSE's primary market platform on Wednesday, January 25th, 2023, raised $15 million on the regional government securities markets. The discount rate was 3.46972% as determined by the competitive uniform price technique, according to the daily report from the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange on January 25, 2023. The most recent trading news and investing advice are provided in the report. Additionally, on the following days in 2023, April 28th, August 1st, and November 2nd, the 91-day Treasury bill will be released. The maximum coupon rate on the new Treasury bills is 3.5% per day. On August 8th, the government would also issue EC $25 million worth of 365-day Treasury bills. The 365-day Treasury bills, however, will be for EC $10 million on October 26th and EC $14 million on December 14th. According to the government prospectus, which was created in accordance with the RGSM regulations, the maximum coupon rate of the new Treasury bill is 5% per annum. By using the services of authorized intermediaries who are ECSE members, investors will be able to take part in the auction. Yields will not be subject to any tax, charge, or levy by the participating government of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, according to the prospectus. The Public Debt Management Act 2015, Part 3, Section 13, Laws of Grenada provides the legal framework for the Treasury bill concerns. On the regional government securities market in 2022, government issued Treasury bills totaling EC $115 million, including 4 91-day bills of EC $60 million, 3 365-day bills worth EC $45 million, and 1 24-month Treasury bill worth EC $10 million. Reporting for MTV News, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence.
The 2023 Royal Grenada Police Force Medal and Ribbon Award investiture ceremony was held on Friday at the Grenada Trade Center, where officers and civilians alike were awarded in different categories, including Distinguished Service, Meritorious Service, and Commissioner's Commendation. Nikita Holston attended and has this report.
The 2023 Royal Grenada Police Force Medal and Ribbon Award investiture ceremony was held at the Grenada Trade Center, Montrouge, St. George on Friday, where officers and civilians were awarded in various categories. 28 individuals were awarded for good service, 3 for Commissioner's Commendation, 16 for long service of over 30 years, 2 for bravery, and 4 for community service, including 2 police officers and 2 firefighters. Delivering the Commissioner's address was Deputy Commissioner of Police Don Mackenzie, who applauded the awardees for their service, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic.
So the awardees, oftentimes the unsung heroes. You have devoted a big part of your life to the RGPF. We salute you for your dedication and contribution. You epitomize the true meaning of service above self, as demonstrated fairly recently with your contribution to the RGPF response during the COVID-19 pandemic.
To protect and to serve should always be the mantra of the members of the RGPF, Mackenzie implored the awardees.
I implore you, therefore, that upon receipt of these awards, that you continue to lift the quality of service that you provide to the citizenry, employing the skills, knowledge, and experience that you have acquired towards the preservation of peace and tranquility in our dearly beloved state. Be a force for good. Once again, congratulations.
Responding on behalf of the honorees was Inspector Christopher Francis.
Policing is always considered to be a selfless profession, and many don't even acknowledge our efforts. So the fact that our institution is hosting an award ceremony for police officers is really commendable. We all are aware that policing is a tough profession, but when the administration awards us with such a special honor, it really solidifies our belief and boosts our morale to continue to perform at our best. We are quite fortunate to start our journey as a police officer and offer our service to this noble institution. This establishment, and incredible men and women who worked here have taught us most of what we know today. Just observing the work ethic, dedication, and commitment to the profession provided the impetus for us to excel.
For MTV News, Troy Gill.
The curtains came down on the Good Aquaculture Practices and Business CMOS Training Workshop on Thursday under the Resilient Caribbean Initiative project. The training was conducted on topics including CMOS cultivation, financial education, business management, assessing export markets, and associations versus cooperatives, among other areas. The training was all aimed at increasing aquaculture farmers' awareness of and access to credit. But let's get more on it from Troy Gill.
The CMOS Farmers Training concluded with a closing ceremony and distribution of certificates to the participants at the Fisheries Division Conference Room, St. George, on Thursday, with CMOS farmers and officials from the Fisheries Division in attendance. Representative from the Fisheries Division is Hermione Elcock.
We are happy that the Fisheries Division, in collaboration with the Mexico, FAO, and CARICOM, was able to provide training in the areas such as HACCP, introduction to commercialization of CMOS, management and processing of CMOS products. We are hoping that the information received will be put into practice, coupled with your experience in your trade, to be able to produce quality products and byproducts such as CMOS jam and CMOS salt, wine, etc.
She further implored farmers to form themselves into an association to attract additional support.
We continue to seek opportunities such as these to support and assist you in enhancing your trade while encouraging you, the CMOS farmers, to come into the Fisheries Division and register your plots. And also, we encourage you to form an association and or a cooperative in an effort to attract more local, regional, and international support in the form of grants and other projects.
Farmers' representative in the Senate, Roderick Sinclair, applauded the farmers for their completion of the training and also highlighted the need for local CMOS farmers to take advantage of the opportunities provided on the international market.
In the US alone, and I didn't go to Europe, the market for CMOS, and I'm sure you may have discussed that, is in excess of $326 million annually in 2020, 21, and 22, and it's growing 10% every year. So it means that there is a massive opportunity in terms of export potential. But what it showed also, you had like about over 60-something different organizations, companies involved in that business. So it means that there's a lot of players. So it means for us is how do we differentiate ourselves? How do we have a special CMOS? How do we have maybe special CMOS products that is mixed with our spice and our cocoa that we have to add that different value?
Over 20 CMOS farmers participated in the workshop. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
The organizers of the Made in Grenada Expo are anticipating a bumper event this year after the absence of that aspect of the Independence Day festivities for the past 2 years. Several exhibitors and agro-processors are in preparatory mode for the February 7 event at the National Stadium. Speaking on the 2023 Made in Grenada Expo is Ernie James from the Ministry of Trade.
One of our mandates is really to boost export. And in order to boost export, you have to start from somewhere. And we normally work with the agro-processors / manufacturers in order for them to develop their products to meet the standard that is required for export. So with having an expo like this, it will give us the opportunity to identify the products, see where we can assist in terms of packaging and labeling, and what other assistance that these agro-processors or manufacturers need, and then we will do target intervention and help them with certain grant funding and so forth for them to develop, and in the long run they will be able to export and also participate in regional and international trade shows.
James says the expo gives local entrepreneurs an opportunity to expand on their operations.
As a ministry, we achieved that goal over the past few years, because after the expo we will send out a survey, a questionnaire, so that we can get feedback from the exhibitors about the event. And we also collect information in terms of our visual information, in terms of how, when we view the products, where we think they need improvement. Also, when we sample the products, then we'll do if they need improvement in their content or their their formulation. So these are some areas that we looked at, and we also partner with the Grenada Bureau of Standards and even the Ministry of Agriculture in order to help them develop their products further.
James believes this year will see an increase in participating businesses.
See some new products or new exhibitors, because during the over the pandemic period, you had a lot of persons, entering into small businesses, and even they went and they got registered. Even some of them got assistance during the COVID in order to develop their business and also their products. So we are expecting to see a lot of new entrants into this event, and therefore you will see different category of products, or even, I wouldn't say better products, but you will see the high quality products this time around. So we're looking forward to better products.
And now on MTV News, a special programming note. That is, due to the live broadcast of the National Sports Awards ceremony on Saturday, the 28th of January from 7 p.m., the National Lotteries Authority evening draw will be aired at a later time. Patrons can check MTV's Facebook page. However, for the NLA evening draw results, as usual, at 7:25 p.m., MTV and the NLA management look forward to your understanding in this regard. So, join MTV from 7 p.m., that's going to be tomorrow evening, Saturday the 28th, for a live broadcast of the National Sports Awards ceremony. And patrons, you can check for the evening draw results from the National Lottery Authority, or NLA, on MTV's Facebook page. That's the first segment of news for Friday. We'll be back with you after the break.
The first segment of the MTV Evening News came to you in association with Nexa Credit Union. With you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Nexa, 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 right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Do your dreams seem far, far away from coming true? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $278,000. Fulfilling your plans can be just one ticket away. So, play today. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
Sisson's WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union Limited. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with dread.
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the Communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Gifts of love with dread.
Welcome back. Over 20 vendors have been served notice to vacate the Grenville Vendors Mall in 6 weeks by management. This following a meeting at the compound last Friday. The vendors were told that the contract for the multi-million-dollar 3-story building project to be undertaken by government in collaboration with a private entity has been signed and work is expected to begin soon. According to the vendors, the notice to vacate the premises came as no surprise, as they were told from the start that their occupancy there was temporary. Meanwhile, at last Friday's meeting, some vendors suggested that the committee meet with them before the 6 weeks expiry date, while others also suggested that one of the areas where the government could provide for their relocation is at the Grenville bus terminus. In the coming days, community groups and individuals will embark on several cleanup and beautification projects as preparation continues for the 49th Independence celebrations. From Saturday the 28th of January to the 5th of February, the National Celebrations Committee will lead the charge in the Clean Up and Beautification Initiative across the island. Change Management Officer at the Ministry of Implementation and Transportation, Kamika Donald, highlights the days assigned for the different communities.
St. Andrew Southeast, January 28th. In front of Marquis Hard Court. St. Andrew Southwest, January 28th. Munich Junction and School Gap and Carlton Junction. St. Andrew Northeast, January 28th. La Poetry Junction, Tivoli Junction, Moya Junction, and Paradise Junction near Seamoon Roundabout. St. Andrew Northwest, Birch Grove Junction. St. David, January 28th. And January 29th. Major junctions include Latant, Pomrose, Malmont, Rucane, Bellevue, Coles Gap, Corinth, Redgate, Westerhall Point, and Penmata. Town of St. George, January 29th, the alley between Halifax Street and Melville Street. February 5th, behind the bus terminus. St. George Northeast, Willis Playing Field, Willis Medical Station, and Tempe. St. George South, February 4th and February 5th. Callish Junction to the top of Calliest Hill, Coffee Bow and Stones, Pandy Beach, Mount Hartman and the entrance of Lansapines, Montu, Plainfield and Main Road, Woburn Mangrove and the area surrounding Calavini Community Center, St. Patrick East, January 28th, La Fortune Junction to Riverside Junction, and Hermitage.
Over 30 community groups are expected to execute the cleanup drive.
Targeted at litter prevention, protection of the environment, and public health, while fostering a deeper commitment to community spirit. Who will emerge as the best village depicting the true spirit of independence? Support community development by participating in this national cleanup and beautification venture. There is a role for everyone. Give of your time for community cleanup or beautification. If you can't be there physically, support by providing cleanup tools and safety equipment. It's not just about reflecting on the past, but charting the way forward for national development, improving lives and livelihoods, and embracing our mission for visible transformation.
It's the MTV News Friday, and for this week's edition of Total Local, we feature Palm Tree Corner with their first ever Foundation Kids Soca Monarch for Carriacou Carnival 2023. John James explains what it's all about.
Hi, I'm John James, the manager of Palm Tree Vibes in Carriacou. For the first time, we're doing the foundation, which is a kids soca monarch and DJ competition. However, the DJ competition will be postponed, but the soca monarch, it's still happening. That is happening on February 12th. That's a Sunday. Palm Tree Vibes is all about visuals and good audio. Expert Studio, we're doing all of the recordings, but we did have one other person produce, which is Wetty Beats. He did one of the productions for that. Preparation has been going okay, man. Every day we have one. He wrote most of the songs. There were like 2 other kids that wrote their own songs, but everything else, it was my brother and a lady from Trinidad. Her name is Kimon. She wrote the Little Girl song. But it's just been a fun experience so far. Fun but tiring, It's late nights, working whole day. We recently started band practice with them, so it's from one thing to the next, but it's all a process and we're enjoying it. Because it's the first time, people didn't have an idea of what it was. But as it progressed, like the preparation progressed, we started putting out videos. We started having a lot of asking about it and calling me if it's too late for the child to come on board. So we definitely see a bit more involvement next year, hopefully at a higher standard. We cannot say that as yet because this one ain't passed yet. So, we're still trying to put the bar really high for the start event and then see how we can surpass it in the future. But definitely we will make this probably an annual thing.
That's the second segment of news. Regional highlights are next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union Limited. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the Communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
gifts of love with dread.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
New Me in 2023. Coming to Courts Optical today and enjoy up to 35% off your frames and lenses with flexible payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today on www.courtsoptical.com. At Courts Optical, our comprehensive eye exam is always free. All major insurance providers are accepted. See in store for details. New Me 2023 with glasses from Courts Optical. Value you can see.
Paging all Grenadians at home and in the diaspora to be part of the journey to 50. Reflecting on the past, planning for the future as we get ready to celebrate our 49th anniversary of independence. Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Events to be observed for our 49th anniversary of independence include table tennis tournament at the CSA building, February 3rd and February 4th. Independence Calypso Finals, Sutter's Bus Terminal, 8 p.m. February 3rd, February 4th. Open water swimming competition, Grand Mall Beach at 9 a.m. and beach tennis at Grandans Beach from 11 a.m. Also the Independence Boxing Tournament, February 4th, 8 p.m. at the Youth Center. National Independence Church Service, Grenada Trade Center, Sunday, February 5th, 3 p.m. National Colors Day, the Inter-Ministerial Display, and the 49 Cultural Extravaganza, 7 p.m. at the Granville Burst Terminal, February 6th. Then the Made in Grenada Expo, Military Parade and Rally, 10 a.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Tuesday, February 7th. Happy 49th, Grenada.
The Grenada Steel Band Association, in collaboration with the Grenada Tourism Authority and Spice Mass Cooperation, presents Pan on the Sand. Pan on the Sand 2, Independence Edition, Sunday, January 29th. We inside Grandans Beach in front of the Vendors Market. 7 of the nation's best steel bands, including 2022 Panorama Champs, Co-op Bank Comancheros, Republic Bank Angel Hops, Suzuki Pan Wizards, Rainbow City All-Stars, Pan Ossia, Melody Warriors, and the Grand Roy Pan Angels. Special accompanied solo performances from top soloists and DJs on the island. Lots of food and beverages from the Vendors Market, starting at 3 p.m. Admission absolutely free. So all you know where we gonna be, right? Pan on the Sand 2, the Independence Edition, Sunday, January 29th. Grandans Beach in front of the Vendors Market. Bring the entire family along.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets at prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed or anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society, or make pre-arrangements when service and costs matter, call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
Welcome back. Here is Clifton James with this evening's Regional Roundup.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. In Trinidad, there will be no international soca monarch competition this year as its promoters have decided to cancel it after government refused their request for funding to the tune of $10 million. It represents the first time in 30 years that the soca monarch competition has been voluntarily cancelled. Caribbean Prestige Foundation Director Jeffrey Wroughton Lake confirmed the decision in a telephone interview with Guardian Media last night, saying it was based solely on their financial inability to host it. The 2023 edition of the Soca Monarch is off, Wharton Lake said. He said it was not financially sustainable based on the private and government funds available this year. Wharton Lake was unwilling to share the amount sought from government. However, Minister of Tourism, Culture and Arts Randall Mitchell later revealed the figure when contacted. They are effectively asking for $10 million to run Soca Monarch, he said. It is unconscionable for the government to underwrite the cost of such an event that is privately owned, Mitchell added. Wharton Lake told Guardian Media the intended first prize for the competition was $1 million and the sum of all prizes would have amounted to $2.5 million. In addition, he said it would have cost between $5 and $6 million to put on this year's event. Now in Jamaica, a 12-year-old girl was burnt to death in a fire at her home on Giltry Street in Rollington Town, Kingston, on Thursday. She has been identified as Leah Hugh, who reportedly attended Kingston High School. Her body was found in the house after a blaze that was put out by members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade. The fire got started in the late morning. A video below captured the scenery after the tragedy. Over in St. Lucia, on Thursday, a masked gunman opened fire on a Soufriere Regional Development Foundation SRDF vehicle and its 2 occupants. The incident occurred around 4:30 p.m. The 2 men were making a cash escort from the Sulphur Springs, one of the many sites managed by the SRDF, when a masked man emerged from the bushes, opening fire on the vehicle and the 2 SRDF employees. The employees managed to escape the barrage of fire unharmed. Police are investigating the incident. Over in Guyana, President Ifran Ali says that Guyana's financing needs are significant, but in the same breath has called on the Caribbean financial institutions to explore opportunities here. More in this HGP TV report.
Speaking at the Jamaica Stock Exchange Regional Capital Market Conference on Thursday, President Irfan Ali said that Guyana is set to become the energy and industrial capital of the region. As such, he noted that the country's financial sector is insufficient to develop our petroleum industry, much less the other economic and social transformation being pursued by his administration.
An open invitation is extended to Caribbean financial institutions to come to Guyana and to explore the opportunities available. We are just as keen to partner with the regional institutions as we are in forging international partnerships.
According to the head of state, Guyana is seeking partnerships to develop the burgeoning oil and gas sector and modernize our traditional subsectors, including agriculture. To this end, President Ali revealed that the country has embarked on a deliberate path to forge enhanced partnerships with major economies such as Brazil, Canada, China, and India, to name a few countries.
But this is an opportunity that exists. Given our own development and given the projections for our own development, our financial sector will continue to expand. Our financing needs are great, and we're looking for win-win partnerships.
Moreover, President Ali said that the Caribbean financial sector needs to play a more instrumental role in mobilizing capital to fill the region's financial gap. The Guyanese leader recently returned from a state visit to India, to which the two countries have agreed to work together on a number of projects and areas. Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Shamar Allen.
For MTV Regional Roundup, I am Clifton James.
This is the MTV Evening News. We'll be back with you after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
The Grenada Steel Band Association, in collaboration with the Grenada Tourism Authority and Spice Mass Cooperation, presents Pan on the Sand. Pan on the Sand 2, Independence Edition, Sunday, January 29th. We inside Grandad's Beach in front of the Vendors Market. 7 of the nation's best steel bands, including 2022 Panorama Champs, Co-op Bank, Comancheros, Republic Bank, Angel Hops, Suzuki Pan Wizards, Rainbow City All-Star, Pan Ossia, Melody Warriors, and the Grand Roy Pan Angels. Special accompanied solo performances from top soloists and DJs on the island. Lots of food and beverages from the Vendors Market, starting at 3 p.m. Admission absolutely free. So all you know where we gonna be, right? Pan on the Sand 2, the Independence Edition, Sunday, January 29th. Grandad's Beach in front of the Vendors Market. Bring the entire family along.
Bingo! Ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you for playing Megaforce Promotions Bingo! So, on Sunday, January 29th, 2023, from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium, we say it's appreciation time! Get ready to win $50,000 in cash! Yes, $50,000 in cash to be won! And hear this, tickets are only $20. Plus, the first 1,000 persons get a complimentary drink. Whoa! Now that's how we say thank you. Bingo fans, see you on January 29th at the National Stadium. As we say, it's appreciation time.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Sports Minister attends Regional Anti-Doping Forum in Jamaica. Details to that highlight and others coming up in our sporting segment.
The MTV Evening Sports is brought to you in association with Courts, bringing value home.
Special evening to you sporting fans. We have the sporting highlights.
Minister of Sports Honorable Ron Redhead is in Jamaica attending the 2nd World Anti-Doping Agency Forum along with ministers responsible for sports in the Caribbean region. Invited countries to the forum are signatories to the World Anti-Doping Code. The objective is to get a clear commitment from public authorities to further protect clean sport in their respective jurisdictions as a follow-up to constructive dialogue about local and regional challenges raised by participating ministers and representatives during the last virtual forum. It also allows regional sports ministers to share ideas on practices and activities that can be implemented to complement what has been achieved to date and to address anti-doping issues. The Grenada government remains committed to supporting the work of the Grenada National Anti-Doping Organization, which is headed by Dr. Sonia Johnson, who is accompanying the minister on the trip to the regional forum. Grenada NADO continues to seek ways to become more efficient in its work to educate athletes and sporting organizations on anti-doping practices and compliance. Consultations have already been held with Grenada NADO for the implementation of the national sports policy and physical activities. Cricket West Indies today announced that former West Indies captain and batting legend Brian Lara has agreed to assist CWI as a performance mentor, working across all international teams and with input into the West Indies Academy. Lara's new role will be to support the various head coaches in providing players with tactical advice and improving their game sense, as well as working closely with the Director of Cricket on ICC World Cup Tournament strategic planning. Jimmy Adams, CWI Director of Cricket, said, "I'm looking forward to Brian making a significant contribution to our cricket system by providing invaluable guidance and advice to our players and coaches. We are confident that Brian will help to improve our high-performance mindset and strategic culture, which will bring us more success on the field across all formats. Everyone is excited to have Brian involved in supporting our players." Brian Lara said, "Having spent time with the players and coaches in Australia and discussions with CWI, I believe that I can help the players with their mental approach to the game and with their tactics to be more successful. I'm looking forward to joining the group in Zimbabwe and the opportunity to work with other West Indies teams later in the year." Former West Indies and Jamaica all-rounder Chris Gayle hopes to revive his academy geared towards fostering grassroots development in 2023. The Chris Gayle Academy was initially launched in London in 2013 before it made its way to Jamaica in 2014, being operated at his boyhood Lucas Cricket Club under the supervision of the late coach Dennis Miller, but has been dormant since the coronavirus pandemic hit. Gayle, one of the region's most successful cricketers in all formats of the game, hinted in an interview with OnlyCricket24.com that mismanagement has crippled his academy, but said he wants to get it back on track. "You have to be careful how you let people handle stuff," Gayle said. "This year, I'm trying to get these things back up and running. We don't want to see the kids go astray, so I have an academy and we want to assist in whatever way," the 43-year-old added. The cricket fraternity in Dominica and the wider Caribbean, by extension, mourns the loss of Irving Theodore Shillingford, a former West Indian cricketer from Dublanc. The Dominica Cricket Association extends its condolences to the family and all affected by the passing of Irving Shillingford. Irving, the right-handed batsman, will be remembered for the 4 Test and 2 ODIs in 1977 and 1978 he played. He also played a further 88 first-class games, 49 of them for the Combined Islands, whom he represented from its inception in 1961 until the dissolution of the team in 1981. And that's it for the MTV Evening Sports. I am Troy Gill.
Thank you, Troy Gill, for the latest sporting highlights there. And viewers, when we return, we'll have the public forecast information and a recap of the latest stories.
The MTV Evening Sports was brought to you in association with Quartz, bringing value home.
It's the start of the weekend and with the Friday night and the weekend's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Good evening to you viewers. Sunny conditions here in the extreme southern Caribbean, but islands just north of us saw showers and mostly cloudy conditions, but with occasional showers. That's the islands from St. Vincent northwards. The northern Caribbean also saw a bit of cloudiness and some showers there, but here we enjoyed lovely sunshine. Those conditions are going to continue. Well, not sunshine, but the fair conditions are going to continue into the night. We could see some change coming towards morning. Very slight haze in the far eastern Atlantic at the moment. So we're going to enjoy lovely clear skies also. That area of cloudiness that we were looking at yesterday, still heading towards the southwest, is what brought some showers to St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Martinique, and Dominica today. Slight chance of it entering our region in as intense as it is, but it is likely we could get some showers still. The forecast for Friday night is for mostly fair conditions at first, but after midnight and coming towards morning, we could see an increase in cloudiness with some showery activities. Winds will be very strong from the northeast between 10 and 22 miles per hour with minimum temperature around 23. The moon is going to set later tonight, so we have some time to enjoy some moonlight. It's going to set at 11:49. It's going to rise tomorrow morning at 11:49. Possibility of some morning showers on Saturday, 60% chance of that, but after that conditions would improve gradually through the day and into the afternoon. Winds will be northeasterly between 12 and 22 miles per hour with choppy seas and 5 to 7 foot waves. Sunrise 6:32, sunset 6:07. The max on Saturday 32 will feel like 34. When Sunday rolls around, conditions are expected to improve even more to generally fair. There still is about a 40% chance of some brief morning showers before dawn. The winds will remain northeasterly between 12 and 24 miles per hour, while no significant change in seas, still choppy with 5 to 7 foot waves. Sunrise 6:32, sunset 6:07. A bit warmer, 33 will feel like 35. A touch of lingering clouds on Monday, but fair conditions would prevail from Tuesday onwards. Coming to the next weekend, the latter part of the weekend, possibility of partly cloudy conditions. That's it for me for Friday night and for this week, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me again on Monday. Have yourself a great weekend.
And now to end the evening edition Friday, a recap of the main stories. Former Legal Affairs Minister has tendered her resignation from the NNP. Government to issue Treasury bonds of over 100 million EC dollars for 2023. Men and women in uniform have been recognized for their outstanding contribution to the state. Vendors in Grenville have been issued notices to vacate the vendors' mall in preparation for the start of the construction of a multi-million-dollar project. And in sport, the sports minister is attending a regional anti-doping forum in Jamaica. We've had details to those and other stories. A look also at the public forecast information. And so now, on behalf of the news and production departments, I'm Tony Julian. We all thank you for viewing and wish you a safe and wonderful weekend.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Friday, January 27th, 2023. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Makiba Bain from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this draw is conducted in an accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, if you have tickets at hand, it's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First up this evening is, check it tickets in the meantime. First number is 9, second number is 8, third and final number is 1. Okay, let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen, check your tickets. First number is 9, the second, 8, third and final is 1. So that's 9, 8, and 1. Congratulations, all winners. For Daily Pick 3 tickets around midday, we had a total prize field of $6,170 with a total of 41 winners. And of course, congratulations to those of you who are part of this field. Tune in next to get your daily cash flow draw. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Friday, January 27th, 2023. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Makiba Bain from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and no way tampered with. This time, if you have tickets at hand, it's Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's follow what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck to you. Check your tickets. First number this evening is, first number is 3, second number is 8, third number is 3, fourth and final number is 2. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 3, the second 8, third 3, fourth and final is 2. So that's 3, 8, 3, and 2. Congratulations, all winners. For Daily Cash 4 tickets drawn midday, we had a total prize payout of $4,700 with a total of 20 winners. Congratulations to those of you who are part of this payout. Tune in next to get your play withdraw. We'll see you really soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway Evening Draw for today, Friday, January 27th, 2023. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Makiba Bain from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. Let's play with, value your dreams, own your way. Good luck. Let's see next winning player number is. Check it in the meantime. Your winning player number for this evening is 30. Let's recap the number 3030. 30 represents dream symbol, beautiful woman. Congratulations, all winners. For player tickets drawn midday, we had a total prize payout of $38,856 with a total of 349 winners. And of course, congratulations to those of you who are part of this payout. Tune in later on for the lotto draw. This evening we're playing for a jackpot of $278,000. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
A pleasant evening to everyone. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3464 for today, Friday, January 27th, 2023. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Makiba Bean from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and no is tampered with. This time, your tickets at hand because we are about to play for a jackpot of $278,000. But first, your free ticket letter. Good luck. This evening's free ticket letter is O as an odd. Let's proceed. Verify with the numbers. Good luck. Check your tickets in the meantime. First number up is 23. Second number is 31. Third number up. Third number is 14, followed by 13. Fifth and final number. Final number is 8. Let's recap those numbers. It's on the screen. Check your tickets. First number up is 23. The second, 31. Third, 14, followed by 13, fifth and final is 8. So that's 2, 3, 23, 3, 1, 31, 1, 4, 14, 1, 3, 13, and 0, 8, 8. Your free ticket letter for this evening is O as in odd. Congratulations to all the winners. Reminding you this has been Lotto. Play and win a lot. When you play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, supports sports, culture, and the nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a fantastic weekend.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Thomas Paul Peter, also known as Dixie and Zest, of Beaton, who resided at Apretute St. David, a well-known musician, passed away on Wednesday, 28th December 2022, at the age of 75. He was the husband of Daphne, father of Kieron, Leron, and Samara in Grenada, Donna and Petlin in New York, stepfather of Udine, Randy, Yoland, Ellen, and Samantha, grandfather of 8 including Jadon, Destiny, Gia, and Germaine, brother of Carl Winston, Jude, and Helen Greenwich, brother-in-law of 6, uncle of many other relatives and friends including Shanae John, Kester Sylvester, Militia Sharp, the Dominic family of Beaton, the Latouche family of Cafe St. Andrew, Pastor Rosanna Hyacinth, the pastors and members of the Apretute IPA, the Pomerous Pentecostal and Beaton New Testament churches, and friends and neighbors of Apretute, Hope, Beaton, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Thomas Paul Peter, also known as Dixie and Zest, of Beaton, who resided at Apretute St. David, will take place on Monday, January 30th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Beaton New Testament Church, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, Beaton. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Venetia Sharoma Kajo John of Belmont Carriacou passed away on Thursday, 12th January 2023, at the age of 47. She was the daughter of Princess Mayoni Kajo and Wilson David, wife of Amon John, mother of Kevin and Kenesha Kajo, stepmother of Zavion, sister of Lisa in the USA, Odine, Desiree, Duana, and Michelda in Canada, aunt of Navia, Zanaya, Gianna, and Chloe in the USA, and Kyrie, niece of many including Christine, Marva, Gracelyn, Lizzie, Winifred, Sybil, Edelyn also known as Lucky, and Egbert in the USA, Millar and Atkins, Erilyn and St. Martin, Eileen, Marilyn and Davidson in the UK, goddaughter of Desireen, Cleopatra, Stephen also known as Scraper, and Anthony also known as Redhead, godmother of Karen, Antonia, Delano and Kalon, daughter-in-law of Joyce Bristol, sister-in-law of Dee Dee and Paula, close cousin of many including teacher Thera, Faithlin, Lanessa, Eric, Glenda, Cassandra, Shelley, Louis, Jean, and Princess. Many other relatives and close friends including the Kajo, David, Gay, Alexis, Joseph, John, and Bristol families, Bishop's College class of 1990, Norland Cox, Mr. and Mrs. Nigel Stewart, Mrs. Evelyn Bain Horsford, Kathy Albert, Louise Joseph, Andrea Andrew, Sabrina Gloria Dicoto, Lisa, Marie, Nellie, Kimmy and Myrtle Compton, and friends and neighbors of Belmont, Bellevue South, and Harveyvale Carriacou and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Venetia Sharoma Kajo John of Belmont Carriacou will take place on Monday 30th January at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Francis Anglican Church, Harveyvale Carriacou, and interment will be at the Harveyvale Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Augusta Campbell, also known as Miss Ruthie and Tanty Ruthie, of New Hampshire St. George, passed away on Monday 9th January 2023 at the age of 95. Left to mourn are her children Vernis Campbell in the UK, Wilfred Bailey and Arthur Campbell in Grenada, David Campbell in Trinidad, Maria Paris in the USA, Albertha McNeil, Maria Andrews, Paul Campbell and Michael Campbell all in Grenada. Sister Lona Murrell, daughters-in-law Cynthia Campbell in Trinidad and Yvonne Bailey, sons-in-law Alan Andrews, Joseph McNeil, and Pastor Samson Paris in the USA. 21 grandchildren including Kyron, Errol, Leslie, Peter Gooding, Deeran Paris in the UK, Narissa, Stephen Andrews and Zorina Andrews Andel, Sean, Byron, Dave, Alion and Wynell all in Grenada, Hazel, Shireen, Ray, Vanessa all in Trinidad, Dr. Trevor, Andre, Krista Stephen and Miran Sr. all in the USA. 23 great-grandchildren, 1 great-great-grand. Other relatives and friends including the Campbell family of New Hampshire, Bellevue and Beaulieu, the Frederick, Murrell and Regis families of New Hampshire, Julius Gooding, Ann James and family of New Hampshire, Jason Harris, Brian Andel, Reuben Gilks and Emo Langdon and family. The funeral of the late Augusta Campbell, also known as Miss Ruthie and Tonty Ruthie, of New Hampshire St. George, will take place on Tuesday, 31st January at 11 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the Wallace Memorial Pentecostal Church, New Hampshire St. George, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, Granton. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Keith Andrew Fletcher Barry, also known as Strong, KB, and 13, of Duquesne, St. Mark, who resided at Lassages, St. David, passed away on Monday, December 12, 2022, at the age of 65. He was the father of Kathleen Alexander Lewis in Canada, grandfather of Shane, Kaylee, and Chloe Lewis in Canada, close and dear friend of Gloria Alexander, brother of Claustine and Yvonne in Canada, Elvis, Rick, Peter also known as Sparrow, and Ethel in the USA, Yvette, Angela Mervyn and Davis in Grenada, Decima, Betty and Patsy in Trinidad, nephew of Lucy Gilbert, uncle of many including Carrie Ann, Crystal, Alfonso Jr., Barry Jr., Angus, Dolly Ann, Max, Nasha, Maxine, Daniel, Tyreek, and Trevelling, son-in-law of Michael Lewis, brother-in-law of Barry Brooks and Septimus Paul, caretakers Shawana, Bambalin, and Baby, also known as Lisa, other relatives and friends including the Fletcher and Samuel families, the Barry and B. Harry families of Shantimel, Victoria, and Rosehill, the Morris family of St. Mark, Mikey, Isabella Morris, teacher Jessie, and friends and neighbors of Lassages, Fountain, Duquesne, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Keith Andrew Fletcher Barry, also known as Strong, KB, and 13, of Duquesne, St. Mark, who resided at Lassages, St. David, will take place on Wednesday, February 1st at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Patrick R.C. Church, Sataz, and interment will be at the Marley Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Dennis Thomas, also known as Shipwright or Kirk, of Waltham, St. Mark, who resided at Springs, St. George, passed away on Sunday, 15th January 2023, at the age of 81. He was the husband of Joyce Thomas, father of 7, Hewlett Amede, Otis Gibson, Arvel Straker, Jacqueline Hazard Charles, Thord, Tesha, and Ronell Thomas, grandfather of 16, great-grandfather of 2, brother of Jane Thomas and Clammy Patrick, father-in-law of Ronald Hines, Albert Charles and Philip Amede, uncle of many including Paul in England, Claudette Thomas and Cletus in the USA, Johnson and Judith in Grenada. Other relatives and friends including Mr. Gregory Bowen, Lena, the Thomas and Straker families of Victoria, the Charles family of Springs, and neighbors and friends of Waltham, Springs, Belmont, Jean Anglais, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Dennis Thomas, also known as Shipwright or Kirk, of Waltham, St. Mark, who resided at Springs, St. George, will take place on Wednesday, February 1st at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Springs Open Bible Church, and interment will be at the Springs Family Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Worthina Veronica Charles, also known as Miss Worthy of St. Cloud, St. Andrew, passed away on Friday, 6th January 2023, at the age of 89. She was the mother of Albert, Ulrich, Thomas, Nicholas, and William Charles, sister of Deslin, Anne, Jerry, Dunbar, Phyllis, and Philip, grandmother of 16, great-grandmother of 24, close cousin of Aldix Brazan. Many other relatives and friends of St. Cloud's, Mirabeau, and surrounding areas, including the Charles and Hilaire families. Special thanks to the staff at the St. Martin's Care Home at Crowshoe. The funeral service for the late Worthina Veronica Charles, also known as Miss Worthy, of St. Cloud St. Andrew, will take place on Thursday, 2nd February at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Grenville Pentecostal Lighthouse, and entombment will be at the Grand Bras Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Wayne's Funeral Home. Jean Lucy Thomas, also known as Giggy, of Birchgrove, who resided at Paradise St. Andrew, passed away on Friday, 16th December 2022, at the age of 74. She was the mother of Christopher in Canada, adopted mother of Prudence, Donna, and Emmeline in Grenada, mother-in-law of Cynthia Fulgencio Noel, grandmother of Patricia, Prince, Darnell, Allison, Gabriella, LeBron, Roxy, and Chandel, sister of Odessa Giddens, better known as Moms, Rose Nicholson and Gemma King in Grenada, Verona Mason and Gertrude Sinnett in Trinidad, Molly Bascom in the USA, and Jelino James in Grenada, sister-in-law of Clement Gittens and Doris Thomas. Many nieces and nephews including Linda, Priska, Prince, Don, Patricia, Jacqueline, Myrtle, and Marva. Many other relatives and friends including Pastor Reason, Sister Alison Mitchell, Ken, the Congregation of Faith Believers Church of God, and friends and neighbors of Paradise, Lakabeke, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Jean Lucy Thomas, also known as Giggy, of Birchgrove, who resided at Paradise St. Andrew, will take place on Thursday, 2nd February at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Church of God of Prophecy, Canal Road, Grenville, according to Faith Believers Church of God rites, and interment will be at the Grand Bras Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Sally Ann Adams of Beaulieu and Montparnasse St. George, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, USA, passed away on January 1st, 2021 in the USA, at the age of 69. She was the mother of Camille Adams Bain in the USA, grandmother of Christopher Bain in the USA, sister of Deborah Cameron and O'Brien Adams of Montparnasse, Dennis and Denzel Victor of Grand Anse, Gillian Weston, Hilary Santini, Maureen and Michael Adams in the United Kingdom, aunt of Tonya Adams, Jason and Maureen Alexander in Grenada, Ian Adams and Dr. Keisha Adams in the USA, Aaron Adams in the UK, and Daniel Victor in Sweden. Niece of Maureen Cameron of Harford's Village, Cloyd George of Montgelou, and Victor Cameron in Trinidad. Mother-in-law of Winston Bean. Sister-in-law of Irma Adams of Montparnasse. Other relatives and friends including Kai and Anne-Marie Alexander, Marina Alexander and family, Maureen Cuffey, Maureen St. Louis, Evadne Simmons, Audrey Fortune, Yvonne Princess Billy, Merle Redhead, Hezzy Phillip, Pauline Lambert, Monica Bell and family, the Bain and Gooding families, and friends and neighbors of Beaulieu and Montparnasse St. George. A memorial service for the late Sally Ann Adams of Beaulieu and Montparnasse, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, USA, will be held at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, Church Street, St. George's, on Friday, February 3rd at 2 p.m., followed by entombment of the ashes at the St. George's Center Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Tyrrell Bullen, also known as The Bull and Connecticut, of Malmount St. David, passed away on Sunday, 1st January 2023, at the age of 90. He was the father of many including Patsy Bullen Follins, Judy, Stephen and Martin Bullen, Yolanda Redhead and Dessa in the USA, Raphael Phillip in Florida, John Charles in St. Croix, Veronica Paul, also known as Gemma, and Rudolph Fraser in Trinidad, Janice Simon and Iona Seal in Canada, and Andy Bullen in France. Adopted father of Glenroy. Grandfather of many including Karen Paul, Giuliano, Joseph, Samantha Robinson Walters, Patrick, Michael and Leanna Phillip, Dana and Kadisha Charles, Destiny, Darius and Davin Follins, Lavinia, Takia and Sable McGee, Sage, Stephanie and Selena Bullen, Stephen Bullen Jr., Christina, Nova, Zenora and Gage Bullen. Great-grandfather of many, brother of Angel Jenkins in the USA, Rosalind Bullen in Canada, Louisa Greenwich in Canada, Phyllis Hagley in Trinidad, Anne-Marie Bullen Williams, Roy Hagley in Trinidad, Eddie and Johnny Bullen in Canada, brother-in-law of Vincent Williams, uncle of many including Kevin Phillips, Kayla Bullen, Trey Michael, and Quincy Bullen and Dale DeGale, nephew of George Hagley, caregivers Pinky Bob and Yoland Mitchell. Other relatives and close friends including Sheldon and family, the St. Bernard family of Barot Pasture, and in Trinidad, the Bullen, Hagley, Ned, Brown, and Haney families, and friends and neighbors of Malmount and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Tyrrell Bullen, also known as the Bull and Connecticut of Malmount St. David, will take place on Monday, February 6th at 10 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. David's Anglican Church, Petit Esperance, St. David, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Dorothea Langdon, also known as Eileen of Belvedere Carriacou, passed away on Monday 23rd January 2023 at the age of 91. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothea Langdon, also known as Eileen of Belvedere Carriacou, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Daphne Park, also known as Darling, of Mongelou St. George, died on Tuesday 24th January 2023 at the age of 92. The funeral arrangements for the late Daphne Park, also known as Darling, of Mongelou St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. George Freddie MacDonald of Pedmotar St. David passed away on Thursday 19th January 2023 at the age of 83. The funeral arrangements for the late George Freddie MacDonald of Pedmotar St. David will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Edna Elaine Gaskin-Willie, also known as Granny, the Teeth Lady, and Miss Elaine of Marast Hill, Tempe St. George, a former employee of Ariza Credit Union, passed away on Sunday 22nd January 2023 at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late Edna Elaine Gaskin-Willie, also known as Granny, the Teeth Lady, and Miss Elaine of Marast Hill, Tempe St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Wilton Allard, also known as Titchy or Titi, of Lassages St. David, died on Thursday 19th January 2023 at the age of 34. The funeral arrangements for the late Wilton Allard, also known as Titchy or Titi, of Lassages St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Michael Bonaparte, also known as Mr. B or Part, of Monlong St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday 17th January 2023 at the age of 56. The funeral arrangements for the late Michael Bonaparte, also known as Mr. B or Part, of Monlong St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. George Mark, also known as Hennessy, of Plains St. Patrick, passed away on Thursday 19th January 2023 at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late George Mark, also known as Hennessy, of Plains St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Vernell Mary Nixon, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Thursday 19th January 2023 at the age of 42. The funeral arrangements for the late Vernell Mary Nixon of Beaulieu St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Desmond Abraham Williams, also known as Pampy, of Constantine, who resided at Boca St. George, former employee of Gravel and Concrete Production, passed away on Tuesday 16th January 2023 at the age of 66. The funeral arrangements for the late Desmond Abraham Williams, also known as Pampy, of Constantine, who resided at Boca St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Joseph Gregory Jones Frank of New Hampshire St. George, a well-known carpenter and musician, passed away on Thursday, 17th November 2022 in New York at the age of 73. The funeral arrangements for the late Joseph Gregory Jones Frank of New Hampshire St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. David Andrew Monroe, also known as brother of Victoria St. Mark, passed away on Monday, 16th January 2023 at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late David Andrew Monroe, also known as brother of Victoria St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thank you for watching.
And verse 13, blessed is the day that died in the Lord. If your loved one died in the Lord, you have nothing to worry about. You could be confident that that one is in a better place. But what about you who are left behind to mourn? What if you had been called? Were you ready? If you are not ready, you can be ready while you're alive. The word of God says it's appointed unto man once to die, but after this is the judgment. So you can live, and after death, you're going to live forever. You would not be disintegrated into nothing. You would be living forever. So while you're alive is the time to be ready to meet the Lord. I would like to encourage you to give your life to the Lord Jesus Christ while you are still on the earth. There is no repentance after death. The time is now. The Lord Jesus Christ gave his life on the cross so that you can have life. And while you are living is the time to make it right with the Lord. Jonah said in Jonah chapter 4 and verse 3, it is better to die than to live. So the dead should be happy if they die in the Lord. If you are not sure that you are ready, if your time comes, you can be ready. You can be ready even at this very moment. If you'd only open your heart to receive the Lord Jesus Christ and pray this simple prayer. Just say, Lord Jesus, I am sad because my loved one has gone, but I am left behind and I want to be ready when my time comes. So I'm asking you to forgive me for my sins. I'm asking you to give me eternal life. Forgive me, cleanse me from all unrighteousness, and save me so that when my time comes, I can live with you. I trust that you meant what you said. I trust that you believe the word of God. And as we end this program with you, encouraging you, strengthening you in your time of sorrow, your preparation for your time should be now. God bless you, and see you next time. Amen.
At Bailey's Funeral Home, we understand the pain and grief you experience when you suffer the loss of a loved one. For years, we have helped thousands of families get through that difficult time by providing professional funeral services to meet their unique needs. Whether your choice is cremation or burial, call us or come into our new facility on the Carenage and meet with our arrangers in a spacious and comfortable environment. Choose from a wide variety of quality coffins and caskets at prices from as low as $1,900. At Bailey's Funeral Home, we believe that no one should feel overwhelmed or anxious about funeral expenses. So when it's time to plan a funeral, join a burial society, or make pre-arrangements when service and costs matter, call Bailey's Funeral Home at 440-2558 or visit us at baileysfuneralhome.org. Bailey's Funeral Home, still providing the perfect tribute any family can afford.
Carriacou benefit from major Green Climate Fund project. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report.
It is here again, it is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. And I just hope the whole of Grenada ready, because I sung in a clarion call. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again. The Made in Grenada Expo is on February 7th, and the public is encouraged to come out and give full support and buy out all local products on show. Products manufactured right here in Grenada, 100% Grenadian, and it's happening right here at the National Stadium. Are taking in the Independence Parade and the Made in Grenada Expo one time. I am so excited. That's why I'm making a fireside. I bring my tent, my blanket and all kind of thing, and I'm camping right here until everything done on February 7th. The Made in Grenada Expo is here again.
Welcome back. With the details to the news for Friday, January 27th, 2023, I am Sherry Ann Noel. The sister Isle of Carriacou will soon benefit from the Green Climate Fund's Enhancing Direct Access EDA project through the Lauriston Rehabilitation and Restoration Project. The EDA project aims to build integrated resilience of communities as well as governance systems through responsive grant and loan award mechanisms to protect against climate change. The $1 million Lauriston Rehab project will see the replanting of mangroves at Lauriston Point, the removal of wrecked ship on the beach, construction of the breakwater structure, and replanting of coral reefs. Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Tevin Andrews, during the launch of the project explained that it addresses the environmental concerns of government and residents on the island. He is confident that Carriacou will evolve into a more resilient island once the project is completed.
$2.5 million is allocated for this project in protecting the coastline, removing the shipwreck, planting of mangroves, and some other things, which we are eternally grateful for. Carriacou and Petite Martinique, there are some serious coastal erosions that are taking place and that are taking place throughout the length and breadth of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. We are concerned, and we are hoping that other organizations can partner with the government of Grenada so we can address some of those concerns that we have. But I just, as I said, want to put on record how grateful we are for this initiative and call on other organizations to get involved so that we can continue to protect and preserve our environment.
The project will be implemented from Lauriston Main Road to the point and will result in the preservation of the airport, several homes, wetlands and beaches. Climate Resilience Minister Honorable Karine James said either project is timely, as in recent years, Carriacou has been affected by increasing storm surges which have damaged its ability to protect marine life and physical structures. This project will build the island's resilience through the implementation of mitigation and adaptation measures against the effects of climate change.
Over the last 2.5 decades, the area has been subjected to an alarming rate of erosions affecting the coastal vegetation, particularly coconut palms and sea grape trees. We must be concerned about the area's visible physical and coastal degradation. For example, the main road to and from the lone airport of the island of Carriacou is located in this area. Now, this road is affected by the increased wave actions, and with continued inundation of the sea, it will eventually become impassable. The Enhanced Direct Access Project is addressing these issues under the Lauriston Restoration and Rehabilitation Project. The project's overall goal is to increase the resilience of the coastal area along the Lauriston Main Road to Lauriston Point to reduce and reverse the ongoing impacts of climate change on the sensitive coastal area.
Moving along, the Ministry of Finance reminds the public of the established Government of Grenada payment policy for employees, pensioners and beneficiaries of the Support for Education, Empowerment and Development SEED as follows. Employees' salary payments are made 1 day before the last working day of every month. Pensioners' pension payments are made 2 days before the last working day of every month. SEED beneficiaries' payments are made on the third Wednesday, Thursday and Friday of every month. Accordingly, the payment dates for the month of January 2023 are as follows. Employees, January 30th, pensioners, January 27th, SEED beneficiaries, January 18th, 19th and 20th, 2023. Deputy Commissioner of Police Don Mackenzie has charged police officers to continue to lift the quality of service of the Royal Grenada Police Force. He encouraged them to be a force for good to the citizens of Grenada. His words of encouragement were made during the annual Medal and Ribbon Award investiture ceremony at the Grenada Trade Center on Friday. Officers of the various departments of the Royal Grenada Police Force were awarded in 8 categories for distinguished service, meritorious service, commissioner's commendation, long service, good conduct, academic achievement, community service and bravery.
You epitomize the true meaning of service above self, as demonstrated fairly recently with your contribution to the RGPF response during the COVID-19 pandemic. You have done well. You have made the RGPF what it is today. Congratulations. I implore you, therefore, that upon receipt of these awards, that you continue to lift the quality of service that you provide to the citizenry, employing the skills, knowledge, and experience that you have acquired towards the preservation of peace and tranquility in our dearly beloved state.
Here are some highlights of Friday's ceremony, which was attended by Prime Minister and Minister for National Security, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin, and the other senior members of the Royal Grenada Police Force. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Paging all Grenadians at home and in the diaspora to be part of the journey to 50. Reflecting on the past, planning for the future as we get ready to celebrate our 49th anniversary of independence. Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Events to be observed for our 49th anniversary of independence include table tennis tournament at the CSA Building, February 3rd and February 4th. Independence Calypso Finals, Subtez Bus Terminal, 8 p.m. February 3rd. February 4th. Open water swimming competition, Grand Mall Beach at 9 a.m. and beach tennis at Grandad's Beach from 11 a.m. Also the Independence Boxing Tournament, February 4th, 8 p.m. at the Youth Center. National Independence Church Service, Grenada Trade Center, Sunday, February 5th, 3 p.m. National Colors Day, the Inter-Ministerial Display, and the 49 Cultural Extravaganza, 7 p.m. at the Granville Burst Terminal, February 6th. Then the Made in Grenada Expo, Military Parade, and Rally, 10 a.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, Tuesday, February 7th. Happy 49th, Grenada.
Welcome back. 21 Calypsonians are competing in the semi-final round of the 2023 Independence Calypso competition at the Lassages Hard Court on Saturday from 7 p.m. This is following the preliminary judging and selection process. Following the position dipping exercise earlier this week, GIS spoke to Serrana Mitchell, Ray Samuel, and Heidi Charles, who expressed excitement and optimism heading into the next round of the competition. Serrana will appear in position 21, Soka Ray in position 15, and Heidi will sing in position 14.
This is basically homage to my father. I love it. I mean, I love the Sparrow, the Kitchener, the Shadow, go on and on and on. Writing Calypso is a little different from writing reggae or pop or so, but it's not so different that I was able to bring in what I know to do for that purpose. I just had to find a hook. I found my hook, I got my chorus, and that's what I did.
I did this song without even knowing about the team for the competition. And when I heard the team, it was right close enough to take part in the competition. I didn't have to even record this song. This song was supposed to stay in the studio. And my wife can say, no, you can sing that song, so I leave it in the studio, put it on the radio. And then I start working one time to get it mix and master to get on the radio. Really and truly, the excitement in it is her excitement. She's really excited to see that the song come out in that way. And she wants to say, hey, we could go to the final of this song. This song has the potential. You know, we're heading for goal.
I love Calypso. And I've always been wanting to sing in the independence competition for quite some time. And I was sitting there, and then my writer was like, hey, I have a song for you. Let's do it. And I was like, okay. I love it. It's in my bone. I breathe Calypso. I'm really excited as well. Everybody is loving my song, and I'm getting a lot of feedback, so I'm just excited to amaze the judges and give the audience a good performance.
10 finalists will be selected from the 21 semi-finalists to challenge the reigning monarch Sean Sour Serpent Niles for the crown. The final will be held at the Surtees Bus Terminal on Friday, February 3rd at 8 p.m. And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Friday, January 27th, 2023. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is a place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars. The Beverly Hillbillies.
been telling you for 2 weeks that this was going to be scrub down day. We're going to wash this place from ceiling to cellar, and nothing's going to stop us. Ellie Mae, get through. Commence upstairs.
But, Granny, I was going to the
double. Kid, don't get smart.
Granny, that might be Dasher Brock in his new car.
I don't care if it's Tom Mix and his Wonder Horse.
Hello, Granny.
Oh, Mr. Cushing. What a surprise. Come in.
Howdy, Mr. Cushing. Oh, hello, Mr. Clampett. I'm sorry to drop in unexpectedly like this, but I happen to be in the neighborhood, and it was such a beautiful day. I thought maybe Granny would like to go for a drive. Well, I'm afraid you picked the
Can you wait for me to change?
Well, come on in the parlor and sit down, Mr. Cushing. I'll bust out some cool cider. I hope that I'm not interrupting anything. Well, as a matter of fact, you are, and we couldn't be happier.
I wish you could have seen the look on John Cushing's face when I walked out of there with that financing contract. Yes. He'd been working on the deal for 6 months, and I took it right out from under him.
Hello, Milburn.
Now, just a minute, John. Don't you come in here and threaten me like that.
Relax, Milburn.
Everything I did was within the law. It'll hold up in court. And if you hit me, I'll bleed all over you.
I came in to congratulate the winner. You have beat me again.
You're not mad?
Why, of course not.
Well, I'm glad to see you taking it this way, buddy boy. You've got to learn to live with it, you know. Oh, I've got the weight on you with those Clampett millions.
Yes, I understand.
When you climb in the ring with us big boys, you've got to expect to take one of the chops now and again.
Well, maybe someday I will have an account like the Clampett.
That's the spirit, Johnny, baby. Well, I'm busy now. I'm glad you dropped by. Keep that old chin up.
Thanks, I'll try.
Granny, hello. Come in.
Ain't got time. Johnny's taking me for a ride in the country.
What? Aren't you going to wish us a nice trip, Milburn?
Have a nice trip.
Keep the old chin up, Jim.
Here, Chief, this will revive you.
Oh, thank you. I needed that.
Lie down.
That dirty account-stealing pirate. I'm going to report him to the banking commissioner for unfair tactics.
Now, Chief, there's nothing unfair about Mr. Cushing having a date with Granny.
There certainly is. He's single, and I've got a wife, a millstone around my neck.
Hello, dear.
Millstone. Margaret.
Dear. Hold out your hand and close your eyes, and Mobby will give you a sweet surprise.
Margaret.
In fact, I've got 2 surprises.
Not now, dear. I've got trouble, real trouble.
This is just the thing to cheer you up. Close its little winkies. There. That's the first surprise. A picture of Daddy for your desk. Well, Milburn, have you nothing to say?
What's the second surprise?
This will really set your eyes to dancing. Daddy is coming out to visit with us.
Oh.
Now, don't let your joy be too ecstatic. There's one teensy dark cloud. Daddy just phoned me from Las Vegas. It seems that he had to change planes there, and in doing so, he misplaced his money. Oh, here it is. This is a number where you can reach him and arrange to provide funds. I think it's the Las Vegas chapter of the Harvard Club. Toodaloo.
I wouldn't bail that little grifter out of Las Vegas if he was my father.
Chief?
Misplaced his money. Placed it on the wrong number.
Chief?
Well, he can just stay there and...
Chief!
What?
Lowell Redlings Farquhar is the answer to Mr. Cushing.
What are you talking about?
Well, don't you remember his last visit? How captivated Granny was?
Yes, he did kind of charm her with that back bay baloney, didn't he?
Stack the chips for me, will you? Well?
Mr. Farquhar? Oh, this is Mr. Drysdale calling you from Beverly Hills.
Oh. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Keep these warm for me.
Hello? Farquhar here. Oh, yes. Milburn, what's the matter, son? Me? Need money? I don't know where you heard that.
Margaret said you were broken stranded up there. Hocked your Phi Beta Kappa key.
Yeah, that's right, and it seemed to have brought me a remarkable piece of luck. Bet it all, my dear.
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, every chip?
Every chip. What's that, Milburn? Oh, no. I can't come to Los Angeles now. In fact, I might stay here indefinitely. All right, everybody, get ready for pass number 6. Legalize your
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, you crapped out.
Milburn, how soon do you want me to be there?
I've been waiting for you two. Mr. Drysdale's been a-calling and what in tarnation is that?
Oh, that's what you call a gyrap. Johnny bought it for me.
I wanted Granny to have something to remember this day by.
Some neck.
Yeah, but all he done was buy me a stuffed animal.
Mr. Trappett, Granny and I have a little business matter to discuss with you concerning Mr. Drysdale's bank.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Mr. Drysdale's been calling. He says he's got a surprise for you, Granny.
I got one for him, too. I'm putting my money in Mr. Cushing's bank.
With your approval, of course.
Well, Granny's free to do anything she sees fit with her share of the money. That's 1/4 of everything I got.